Hello, and welcome to this short discussion on international trends in assessment practices. Around the world, large-scale assessments are shaping how governments, schools, and teachers understand learning progress. These assessments don't just give us numbers, they tell us stories about equity, quality, and the urgent need for improvement. In this podcast, I'll briefly explain what large-scale assessments are, reflect on their value in South Africa, and finally share how they matter in my own teaching context. What are large-scale assessments? Large-scale assessments are standardized tests administered to thousands or even millions of learners across countries or regions. Their goal is to provide reliable evidence of how education systems are performing, not just individual learners. Examples include PIRLS, the Progress in International Reading Literacy Study, which assesses grade 4 learners' ability to read for meaning. TIMSS, the Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study, testing mathematics and science knowledge at grade 8 or 9. SACMEC, the Southern and Eastern Africa Consortium for Monitoring Educational Quality, which focuses on literacy and numeracy across African countries. These assessments are carefully designed. They use achievement booklets, background questionnaires for learners, teachers, and schools, and adaptive designs to ensure fair comparisons. Results are then analyzed to identify gaps between intended, implemented, and attained curricula. Value in South Africa. So, what do these tests mean for South Africa? South Africa has participated in PIRLS since 2006. The most recent round, PIRLS 2021, revealed sobering results. Nearly 81% of grade 4 learners could not read for meaning in any language. This highlights the concept of learning poverty, where children cannot read a simple text by age 10. The World Bank estimated that after COVID-19, learning poverty in sub-Saharan Africa reached as high as 86%. These results are deeply concerning, but they are also valuable. They give us 1. Evidence for policy and curriculum reform. For example, South Africa has launched early literacy initiatives like the Early Learning National Assessment. 2. Benchmarks for equity. PIRLS shows gaps between provinces, languages, and genders, insights that help policymakers focus resources where they are needed most. 3. Global comparison. While South Africa performs at the lower end, these studies remind us of what is possible when systems invest in teacher training and early interventions. Of course, there are criticisms. Large-scale assessments are expensive and may not always capture local classroom realities, but their strength lies in revealing the bigger picture, highlighting systemic challenges that individual tests cannot. Value in my own context. As an educator specializing in engineering, graphics, and design and technology, I see these assessments as more than statistics. They highlight the foundational reading and numeracy challenges that spill over into subjects like technology, where learners must interpret instructions, diagrams, and technical texts. The reality is this: if learners cannot read fluently or reason mathematically, they will struggle in higher-order tasks such as problem-solving and design. Large-scale assessments therefore push me to integrate formative assessments in my teaching, tools like Kahoot, quizzes, and simulations, to continuously monitor understanding and support learners before gaps become crises. In my view, the greatest value of large-scale assessments is how they remind us that educational reform is not optional. It is essential if we want learners to thrive in every subject. To conclude, large-scale assessments such as PIRLS and TIMSS are powerful instruments. They reveal not only where learners stand, but also where systems fail them. In South Africa, they highlight urgent literacy and numeracy crises, while providing direction for reform. In my own teaching context, they inspire me to adopt more responsive, formative assessment practices to bridge the gap. Ultimately, the challenge is not just to measure learning, but to act on what the results reveal. Thank you for listening.